welcome back. I hope that you guys are doing good during this little situation we're going through. Even though I know that some of y'all's quinceañeras have been rescheduled and or have been moved, anything, or even if you're still planning your quinceañera for the end of this year, don't be scared. There's still a few things to do in case you're bored. I'm bored, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but in case you're bored and you need something to do to plan your quinceañera or to get your quinceañera moving along, I'm gonna give you a few things that you can use. That way we can get this party going, okay? One thing that you can start doing right now is if you are yourself and if you and your family are doing everything yourself, and by yourself I mean if you are making your own invitations, if you are making your own decorations, your own anything, this is the time to do it. If you really have nothing to do, this is the time to work on your decorations and your invitations. Get them printed out, do those little moños, get your little glue gun, start getting all your decorations ready, because whenever this quarantine is over, if for any reason, God forbid, if for any reason your parents aren't working right now, this is the time that you guys all have time together to get these things going and get them, done. Or even if you and your older sister or your older brother are there at home and y'all really have nothing else to do, or even your younger siblings have nothing else to do, this is a time to get those decorations going, get them done, put them in storage boxes, put them ready. That way, come September, October, November, December, all your fall months, in case this time, once that time comes, that's a little bit of less stress that you won't have to deal with anymore because you've already gotten that out of the way, okay? So, there's number one. Work on decorations and work on those invitations. Get those things rolling, get them done, okay? The second thing you can do is start picking out your hair and makeup. How do you want your hair? How do you want your makeup? Don't wait until the makeup artist or the hairstylist, whoever's working on your hair and makeup, don't wait until they ask you. Kind of already have that prepared, screenshot some pictures on Pinterest. Even if you're on Instagram and you're looking through other makeup artists or your makeup artist that you chose, on your makeup artist that you chose, look at their Instagram, see if you like anything from their page, and see if you would like for them to recreate that look on you, whether it's makeup or hair. Just go ahead and have that done, put it in your little folder in your gallery, have that ready, and then that way when the time comes, you're already prepared. You're like a client, a makeup artist's dream, because you already have everything that you want to do, okay? As long as you know what hair you want, what makeup you want, that makes their job easier, and that way you can, if they ask, you can just go ahead and send it to them or show it to them whenever it's time for your photo shoot, okay? So there's that, okay? Also, something that a lot of girls don't know is that you can have two hairstyles. You can have one hairstyle for your photo shoot and then one hairstyle for the day of the quince. So let's say that you want your hair down, curly, half up, half down, but your mom wants you to have an updo. Choose either one. I would suggest doing the curled hair where you have your hair down for photo shoot. That way you can at least have that as your memory, and then have the updo for the day of your quince, because you want your curls to last all day. You want to not be sweating, especially here in Texas. Let me tell you, it gets hot and humid, and sometimes some of these girls are just sweating so bad because their hair is all up in their neck and all up in their face, and it's just, sometimes an updo is what you're gonna want for the day of your quince. That way you're good, you're not sweating, your hair's not in your way, okay? So there's that for hair and makeup. Okay, and now I want to say this is the third thing that you can learn how to do. The third thing you can do is, this all is going to pertain to your wardrobe now. So anything that has to do with your dress, your heels, your crown, this is what we're going to talk about, okay? So what you can do, you and your mom or you and your sister, whoever's going to get you ready, and you guys live in the same household and you guys are bored and you don't know what else to do, learn how to do that corset in the back of your dress, okay? This is a time to practice. This is a time to learn. You have nothing else to do. So this is what you can do, you know, practice that corset, get it ready. That way, whenever it comes to the photo shoot, whenever it comes to the day of the quince, you're prepared and you already know how to do it because you had 40 days in quarantine to go ahead and learn how to do that corset, okay? Practice the corset, learn how to lace it, learn how to tighten it, learn how to position it so that way it's in the right place. Practice how to do that corset, practice how to do that crinolina, the petticoat, you know, practice all that. A good tip is I start the crinolina or the corset right here under the bra, like right under the bra. Just put that crinolina right there, tie it, and then that way when you put your dress on, the crinolina falls right into place where we need it, okay? Because I don't like when we tie it right at the waist and we put the dress on, it still falls a little bit more, and that's what we don't want. So start it up here, right under, I hope you guys can see, right under your bra, okay, right up here, and then it'll fall down. Once you put that weight of that dress on, it's gonna fall down and it's gonna go right into place where we need it, okay? So practice that corset, get it ready. That way you guys aren't struggling that day of, and you know, you don't want to be nervous in front of the camera while, you know, your mom is over there doing the corset and she's like, oh, I can't get it, I don't know how to do it, I'm struggling, this is taking forever. Practicing that corset is really gonna help, okay guys? Another thing that y'all can practice is learning to walk in those heels. A lot of my girls want to put on their heels only for their father-daughter dance, and because they don't know how to use them, I still have to like start the entrance music and take off their heels and put on their shoe while they're naming the other chambelanes and damas, and then try and get her out there fast enough. But in all honesty, those heels are gonna help you not trip on that dress because you are a little taller. The dress is no longer in your feet. You know, sometimes we have a longer dress, especially for those girls who probably didn't get a big enough petticoat. These heels are really gonna help you out. They really are. And I'm not talking about no 6-inch heels. I'm talking about 3 or 4, okay? Just something subtle, something little, something that you can manage to walk in. But as I was saying, practice in those heels, whether it's 30 minutes a day or even while you're doing those little chores or things around the house, get your heels that you're planning on wearing at your quince and practice in them. Practice walking, walk back and forth, do a catwalk, do a little fashion show, you know, pretend you're on America's Next Top Model, and go ahead and practice in those heels. Get ready, you know, you want to be able to do your vibes, whether your vibes, walking, your father-daughter dance, you want to be able to manage those heels, okay? I remember the years coming up to my quince, my mom made me practice in my heels, or sometimes she didn't even have to make me. Sometimes I just wanted to because me and my sister were like playing around and like we were playing model, you know, and so we would put on our heels and we walk back and forth in the hall. And so when it came to my quince, I was ready to walk in my heels, and not only that, I lasted in my heels all night. So like I put on my heels, I danced with my dad, I did my vibes. No, I think I did my vibes first, but I danced with my dad. No, I did it first. Yeah, and then I did my vibes in my heels. And then after my surprise dance, I put those heels back on, and the whole night I lasted in them. I think I didn't take them off until we got home to the after party, and that's when I took them off, and that's when like I felt all the pain. But you know what? I was looking cute in my heels over there dancing in my movie, okay? So practice in your heels, practice that corset. And the last thing you want to practice, something that a lot of girls don't do, is wearing your crown, okay? And I'm not talking about, you know, the regular size crowns. I'm talking about those huge crowns that are bigger than life itself, that are like as big as your head type crowns, okay? Those are the crowns that you want to practice in. Why? Because they are heavy. They are heavy. They're heavy as heck. And at first you think that it's not gonna affect you, but trust me, the longer you wear that crown, the more you're gonna start feeling that neck in your pain. You're gonna start feeling like that pain kind of going down your neck. And it's gonna kind of hurt your back too and your head. So practice wearing that crown. You know, secure it really good with bobby pins. I have these bobby pins that I get, these huge ones, and they secure the crown. I'm pretty sure you can find these at like Walmart and H-E-B, but I get these and I put 2 of them each on each side, and it secures the crown pretty great. Put your hair up in a bun. Don't think that just by leaving your hair down that it's, you know, your straight hair down, that it's gonna, you know, no se va a agarrar bien de tu pelo. So what you want to do is you want to put your hair up in a bun, okay? Put that hair up in a bun, put your crown on. I had a girl who did not. She refused to put her hair up because she didn't want, I guess she didn't want all the other guys to see how she looked with her hair up. I don't know. But she refused to put her hair up, so I was like, I'm not putting on your crown. I'm not. And this wasn't the day of the quince. This was during one of the practices that, you know, we needed to practice with the crown, but she refused to put her hair up. So I refused to put her crown on because I did not want her crown falling and then, you know, it breaking. And we were like a few weeks away from the quince, and no. Put your hair up in a bun. It's okay. Nobody's going to see you. Put your crown on, put the bobby pins in, and, you know, stay with your crown on. And that doesn't mean, you know, just lay down and put your crown on. No, you kind of want to recreate kind of how that day is going to go. So you want to make sure that you're walking around, put your heels on. While you're practicing with your heels, put your crown on, and that same time, you know, walk back and forth at least 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day isn't going to hurt you, okay? 30 minutes a day is going to help you. So do that. I think once you practice your corset and your heels and your crown, girl, you're gonna be ready for that day. You're really gonna be ready for that day, trust me. Okay, and now, this is our second to last thing, I believe. This is talking to people. You wanna talk to all of your people. You wanna talk to your sponsors. Make sure if they're still gonna be a part of your quince in the fall, make sure that they, you know, they're prepared, that they know what they're gonna be bringing, especially gift sponsors. One of our problems that has been happening here a lot lately is that sponsors are not on time to the quinceañera. So if like we tell them, oh, the comida's from 4 to 6, at 6 o'clock we're starting the ceremonies, they should be there by 5:30. That way they're prepared and they're ready to go on the floor with their gift. But yes, make sure that all of your sponsors are there on time. Make sure that they know what it is that they are going to be gifting. So just make sure that you talk with them and that they know what's going on. Make sure you talk with all of your vendors because you want to make sure that they are also still on top of this, that they know, like, you know, talk to them. Even if your quinceañera is in September, be like, hey, I just want to make sure that you're still doing the 15, you know, that you're still working this event, that we're still all on the same page, you know. Make sure to talk to all of them. Make sure that you're also telling them what you want, what you don't want. And, you know, even though this quarantine is happening, you can still talk to some of your vendors. For example, here in Waco, ZR Photo Video has been doing his consultations through Skype and FaceTime. So just because we're in quarantine doesn't mean that we're not working. You can still have consultations and still book everyone that you need. You can book your photographer and videographer. You can book your choreographer, your decorations. You can still book cake. You can still book a lot of things, even if it's through FaceTime and Skype. There's still options for you to still talk to those vendors that you're thinking of getting. So don't think that just because we're in quarantine, you can't talk to us. You can still talk to us, just, you know, just call us. Just call and be like, hey, can I talk to y'all? Or can I Skype with y'all that way? Or FaceTime. That way we can kind of talk about our quinceañera and what we want and what we don't want. And that way we can also talk about pricing and packages. You know, don't be scared of doing that. We can still do that. And don't be scared of asking if like we speak Spanish or English. Obviously, we're here to help you. We're here to give you all the information that you need so that your event can still happen. So still book with those people. Still book with your vendors. You're still going to want to book. Even if your quince is in December, still book. Don't wait. till last minute, because nobody's gonna, not a lot of vendors are gonna be waiting till last minute. We're still having to reschedule. We're still having people who are booking. So don't be scared, ask questions. Another thing that you can do during this time is pick your chambelanes and your damas, okay? If your quince is in September, October, November, December, we still have some time to pick our chambelanes and damas, okay? Even if your quinceañera has been rescheduled, pick those chambelanes and damas. This gives you a great amount of time to kind of look through who you want to be in your court, okay? This also gives you some time to kind of look through what dresses you'd like for them or what that you'd like for them to wear. I had a quinceañera who we were starting, and she only had 2 chambelanes, and we were trying to make it to 4, and we started practice and we only had those 2, and we were making it work, but her quince got rescheduled. So now she has more time to still look for those boys, still look for those chambelanes, still look for her court that she's gonna want for those dances. So don't be scared about this whole quarantine. Don't think that this is stopping you from continuing to look for people. Continue looking for people. This is the time to do it. You have enough time to think about it, okay? Now, this is going to help your choreographer or whoever is doing your dances, whether it's you or not you. If you hired someone to do it, awesome. If you're doing this by yourself, this is also awesome, but take the time to get yourself prepared for practices. And this is a way that you can get prepared for practices, okay? So, learn those TikTok dances. I know that sounds so corny and so everybody's doing it right now during quarantine. Well, learn those. Whether it's TikTok dances, whether it's a dance that you see, there's this guy that's called Stefanino or something like that. I forget his name, but he has a dance studio, and you're always seeing those tutorials and stuff. Do those tutorials. Why do I want you to do those tutorials? Because you're loosening up in time for your quince. You want to be able to, you want to be able to move. You want to be able to look the best you can the day of your quince. And even though you're not doing these choreographies, you're still practicing a new skill, something that you are going to be using for your quince. So let's say you want to learn huapango, you want to learn cumbia, salsa, merengue. There's tutorials on YouTube that they're gonna help you with that. So right now is the time to learn that. That way, when it comes to you doing huepa for your quince, once your choreographer comes and does your huepa and everything, you are really good at it because you practiced it during this quarantine. So make sure you're practicing, whether it's huepa, country, huapango, cumbia, merengue, salsa, hip hop, Latin pop. Do your thing. This is the time to learn. This is the time to get a new skill. This is the time to learn for your quinceañera dances. Okay. Now, apart from that, even though you're still learning how to do dances, you still want to choose your music. Okay? So this is the time. So whenever you meet with your choreographer or your event planner or whoever is doing your choreography, or even your cousin who's doing your choreography, you still want to be able to give them music. This is a time for you to choose music, whether it's looking through videos of quinceañeras, whether it's looking through fairy tale dances, or It's So Jaimez choreography, or you're looking through Mari Pieto's choreography page. This is the time to look through those pages. Get those music, get those songs that you want, get that music that you want. This is the time to get all your music and be prepared for when that one person asks you, so what kind of music do you want? That's the time. This is the time. And you're gonna do great. You're gonna do this. You're gonna pick the music that you want, okay? Those are my things that I feel like you can do while we are in this quarantine, while we're, waiting for everything to happen. I think that you can still get a lot of things done for your quinceañera, even though things are kind of frozen right now. You can still do a lot of things for your quinceañera. And I know that everything is still gonna turn out great. Remember, don't stress, don't worry. Everything is going to work out. We are going to get through this. I totally believe it, okay guys? So don't stress, don't worry. We're gonna get through this. All right, y'all. Well, I hope that this video helped some of y'all. I also hope that, this kind of whether you know, it didn't really help. I hope that I at least entertained y'all. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty bored, and at this point I've been watching movies and YouTube and God knows. The other day I went out, so I had gotten my folklorico shoes, y'all. I was taking folklorico classes. I was so excited. I don't know if I have my shoes around here, but I was so excited because I myself was finally gonna start taking a dance class, you know, something that I had always wanted to do, and I had always wanted to learn more folklorico. So I went and I was gonna, you know, be over there with my skirt and everything. I bought my heels and everything, and then as soon as I bought my heels, classes canceled because we are now going into quarantine. So what I did is I put on my YouTube, got out a tutorial, and I went into the garage, and there I was clickety clacking away learning a new song because I haven't danced in a while since before that. So like since my last practice I haven't danced. So I was like, I need something in me. I need some rhythm going through these bones, rhythm going through this body, because I need something to do. So I went to the garage, I practiced, I did my thing, I learned a new dance. And you know what? You can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it too. So don't stress, don't worry, we got this, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can subscribe, and I will be seeing y'all again soon with another video. Ooh.